Alright, first one. Kim has two polynomial expressions below are not equivalent because they are not the same. So I'm going to check it. So the first thing I do right here, I distribute and I get 2n plus 6. And I combine like terms right here. That gives me a positive 3 because I have more positives than I do negatives. Now if I look at this one compared to expression B, I know this has a positive 3 and this has a negative, so Kim is correct because expression B has a negative 3x and expression A has a positive 3x. Prove your answer by simplifying each expression. X equals 2 and n equals negative 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug them in for both. So expression A, I plugged in negative 3 for n, and I plugged in 2 for x. Multiply them, these two cancel out, because 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, plus 6, cross them out, 3 times 2 is 6. B, I do negative 3 and 2 for x and n, that's negative 6 again, that crosses out, I get negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 is not equal 6. Next station, all I'm going to do is I'm going to combine like terms. Notice that I rearrange my order with the commutative property. 2k squared plus 3k squared is 5k squared. 1 minus 4 is negative 3 because I have more negatives than I do positives. Right here, expression, all my terms are 7.5x squared, 4x, negative 1/3, and 1. My factors for the first one are 7.5 times x times x. Second one is 4 times x. Next one is just negative 1/3 and then 1. Coefficients 7.5 and 4. On this one right here, I got to set it up using the formula here. 1/2 base times height. This is my base. This is my height. And I'm going to use my area model to do this. So it's x times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. 8 times x is, negative 8 times x is negative 8x, and 8 times negative 8 times negative 7 is positive 56. So I combine my like terms. My answer is x squared minus 15x plus 56. Put my 1/2 on the outside. C was wrong. Has a wrong side of 56. If you look at C right there, it has a negative 56. That's supposed to be a positive 56. So did the integer rules wrong. B, didn't distribute both factors of each expression. So right here on B, you only got x squared times 56, so that tells me all they did was multiply all they did here is multiply x and 8 and 7 and get 56. Did the same thing for 1, except they got the signs wrong and got negative 56. So that's what they did wrong for A, B, and C. Right here, James planting a rectangular garden. He wants to figure out how much fence he needs to keep the deer out. James knows that the area of the garden is 2x squared plus 10x feet squared. And that one side measures 2x plus 10. What does the other side measure? So we set this up using the area model. I put my answer inside the box. For this up top, I know that x times x will give me x squared, and 10 times x will give me 10x, so that side's x. Next, I'm going to plug in 4 for x. So I do 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 10 is 18. Alright, so now I got 18 feet and 18 feet, 4 feet and 4 feet. I add those up, I get 44 feet. The area, if x is 2.5, I got 2.5 because that side's x. I know it's length times width. So then I plug in 2.5 for my x here. 2 times 2.5 is 5, plus 10 is 15. 15 times 2.5 is 37.5 feet squared. Alright, the next one. A company uses 2 different size trucks to deliver sand. First truck can transport X cubic yards and second Y cubic yards. First trip makes S trips to the job site, while the second trip makes T trips. What quantities do the following expressions represent in terms of the problem context? So I did x times S plus Y times T. Alright, x times s. X is the number of cubic yards. And I need to rewrite that. And I could just write yards cubed and then yards cubed, just like that. Alright, and then the S and T represent, the S is the trips for the first truck, the T is the trips for the second truck. Alright, now this first one's wrong because we're going to have to look at this in the next slide. We're trying to calculate how many cubic feet do the trucks deliver for the number of trips. Now, S and T would just tell me how many trips they have. X plus Y would tell me the cubic yards in both trucks at one time. And D would tell me, if I figure out how many total cubic feet divided by the number of trips, it would tell me how many total cubic yards that I had. So I want to know the total cubic yards. And right there you'll see how I describe each part of that. Alright, right here I distribute 6x into x and 3y. I get 6x squared plus 18xy. I'll add my plus 7y on the end of it, so I'll put this here. Then I distribute the negative 2y into 3x, and I get negative 6xy, put it underneath that, 18xy, because they're like terms. I do negative 2y times y gives me negative 2y squared. So I subtract and I get 5y squared. Subtract to get 12xy. My answer is B. Alright, right here Chloe is correct because she multiplies the sum. So you must show adding first before multiplying. So that's why you have to use the parentheses here. Now James doesn't do that because he doesn't multiply with the sum. He just multiplies n squared and 3. So it's he's only multiplying 3 and n squared. Alright? So you have to do, if it says multiply by the sum, you have to add before you can multiply. And that's what James does not do. Alright?